Welcome to today's lesson. This is an A2 level grammar lesson. We're continuing looking at there is and there are, but now using some, any, a lot, many, and much. So what can you see in these pictures? So there is a man, there is a woman, there is a house. Here we have, there is a man in this picture also. So there is a man and there is a woman, there's a house, there are two people in front of a house, and there aren't any animals in this picture. So just to review, for a positive sentence, we use there is plus a singular noun, there is plus an uncountable noun, or there are with a plural countable noun. For negative, we use there isn't plus a single noun, there isn't plus an uncountable noun, and there aren't plus a plural countable noun. So now you want to write these sentences another way. Use there is or there are. So for example, a book is on the table. There is a book on the table. You can pause the video and try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Right, 4 birds are on the branch. So you could also say there are 4 birds on the branch. A table is in the kitchen. There is a table in the kitchen. Five houses are on the street. There are 5 houses on the street. 2 cups of coffee are on the table. There are 2 cups of coffee on the table. A bottle isn't on the table. So there isn't a bottle on the table. 5 children aren't in the classroom. There aren't 5 children. In the classroom. A small dog isn't in the garden. Could also be there isn't a small dog in the garden. 3 birds aren't in the tree. There aren't 3 birds in the tree. So in my town, there's a school. There are a lot of parks. There's a beach too. I live in a new town, so there isn't a castle and there aren't any old buildings. There isn't a university in my town, but there's a university in the next town. There are some shops. There's a small museum in my town. So what about your town? You can pause the video and maybe write a description of your own town. These are some of the things that you can say, whether there is or there isn't, and then restart the video when you're ready to continue. Here are some other things that you might include in your description of your town. All right, so I'm going to review again uncountable nouns. So these are countable nouns: dog, house, car, bridge, and uncountable nouns: water, milk, traffic, hair. So we use there is with uncountable nouns. There is some milk in the fridge. So you would not say there are some milk in the fridge. There isn't any water in the glass. So you can't say there aren't any water in the glass. Remember, we use some in positive sentences and any in negative sentences. So there is some milk in the fridge. There isn't a bottle of mineral water. There isn't any cola. There are some lemons. There is a bottle of orange juice, and there aren't any bananas. So now you'll choose the correct word to complete each sentence. There is some milk in the fridge. There aren't any trees in the park. There are some people at the beach. There isn't any butter on the table. And there are some chairs in the room. So we're going to read about Kaito from Japan, and you can either pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. My name's Kaito, and I live in Kyoto, Japan. I like my city. It is big, but not big like Tokyo. There are some parks. Also, there is a famous. There are some markets where I buy fruits and vegetables. And there are some shrines, like in the picture. There are some lakes, but there aren't any beaches. Again, we're going to read about Matthew and Sydney. You can either pause the video and do this on your own, or follow along as I read. My name's Matthew, and I live in Sydney. My mom is French, but she moved to Sydney a long time ago. She likes Sydney because there are beautiful beaches. There are big parks. Sydney is a young city, so there aren't many old buildings. In summer, there is a lot of sunny weather. Right, so we use a lot of. We can use those with plural countable nouns or uncountable nouns. Many we only use with plural countable nouns, and much we use with uncountable nouns. So we can say a lot of children or many friends, a lot of snow, much water. So you can't say a lot of child or much bananas. We can use many and a lot of in positive and negative sentences and in questions. So Marcus has a lot of friends. Marcus has many friends. Both are correct. Marcus doesn't have a lot of friends, or Marcus doesn't have many friends. Both of those are correct. Does Marcus have a lot of friends? Does Marcus have many friends? We use much in negative sentences and in questions. Marcus doesn't have much money. And does Marcus have much money? In general, we don't use much in positive sentences. We didn't have much rain this winter. There was much rain last week. Technically, that is correct, but it sounds a little odd to use much in a positive sentence in that way. So we didn't have a lot of rain this winter. There was a lot of rain this week. So practice a lot and many. So there is a lot of fruit. There are many trees. There's a lot of money. There are many people, or there are a lot of people. There are many buildings, or there are a lot of buildings. There is a lot of butter. There is a lot of snow. There are a lot of books, or there are many books. There are a lot of cars, or there are many cars. There's a lot of milk. There are many eggs, or there are a lot of eggs. And there are many flags, or there are a lot of flags. Now choose which one is correct. There are many people in my town. There isn't much milk in the fridge. And there is a lot of sugar in this cake. There are a lot of people at the baseball stadium. There isn't much water in the swimming pool. We need to fill it up. Now answer the questions. Are there a lot of pictures are there a lot of cakes in the picture? Yes, there are a lot of cakes. Are there a lot of skyscrapers? Yes, there are a lot of skyscrapers. Are there any donuts? Yes, there is a donut. And are there any houses in this picture? No, there aren't any houses. Are there a lot of sheep? No, there aren't a lot of sheep. Are there any sharks in this picture? No, there aren't. Are there any horses in this picture? No, there aren't. And is there a dolphin? No, there isn't. So now practice describing what you see in these pictures. And this picture. And this one. And this one. And this one. Alright, and that brings us to the end of today's video. You can go back and pause the video on each of those pictures and practice describing what you see using there is, there are, there isn't, there aren't, and much, a lot of, and many. Please like, subscribe, and share, and if you have any questions, leave those for me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.